Happy 4th of July! It's Independence Day. Oh my gosh. You heard, instead of going, take 3. In a second. Jeff's lost the magic band.
Though.
Nice save. So wow, that board was. That lightning lane was. That's going to be more entertaining than Luminous.
Happy 4th of July from Disney's Boardwalk Resort. Do you see how calm and peaceful the resort looks this morning? I have a feeling it's not going to stay this way for long on this 4th of July holiday. Scott loves starting his day with a walk around the resort, and today was no different, taking a quiet stroll along the boardwalk, soaking in the details. And with it already getting a little warm outside, he ducked indoors to do a bit of exploring. This here is the Bellevue Lounge, a cozy spot inspired by Atlantic City's early 20th century boardwalk days. It's filled with vintage photos, rich woodwork, and a classic lounge feel that fits this resort perfectly. From the artwork to the creaks in the hardwood floors and the vintage touches like the mutoscopes just outside the Bellevue Lounge, there's so much thoughtful design packed into this resort. It's one of those places where you always notice something new. Scott, are you going to wrap things up and see if Em and I are ready?
Good morning and happy Independence Day from the Boardwalk. Woohoo! Happy 4th of July here in the United States. And we're off to celebrate at the Magic Kingdom. Seems like the perfect spot to kick off the festivities today. But first, we gotta return the car rental. We're only doing a 2-day rental this time because we're gonna be going to Port Canaveral later in the trip for our awesome cruise on the Disney Magic. And since we're staying here, like at the boardwalk, we have a lot of great like boat transportation as you saw yesterday. And then we're gonna be hanging around Epcot later on tonight. So we just thought we really needed it for the rental from the airport to get to the boardwalk. And then for dinner last night, so we're gonna drop it off over by the Magic Kingdom today and then get a ride over back to the Grand Floridian. And then they'll kind of like drop us off there. It's kind of cool. And then, yeah, then we'll be done with the car rental for this portion of the trip. So, should be kind of cool. So, hope you enjoyed this walk and talk again with me as I'm getting out of breath as we're walking fast so that we can get to the parking lot and go have some fun. Bam, just like that, we're back at the Grand Floridian. And when I say bam, just like that, you don't even know how quick it was. The drop off at the car center took maybe 3 minutes, and then a 3-minute drive to get back here. So at the Grand Floridian, now we're gonna hop on a monorail to get to the Magic Kingdom. Happy 4th of July from Main Street, USA, baby. Wasn't Main Street, USA built for 4th of July?
I think so. I think it was supposed to always be 4th of July here.
It is always 4th of July on Main Street, but particularly today.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a salute to all holidays, but mostly the 4th of July.
Hello, good morning. But first,
Coffee.
I said we could just go to a ride real quick, but what did you want to rope drop?
I said if we were gonna rope drop, or well, not really rope dropping, but like if we were gonna do any standby line on our way to our lightning lane, what I told Scott is we're doing the standby line at Starbucks because I need some coffee. We got up early this morning and got ready and got out, got to the car, dropped off and everything, and hadn't had any caffeine yet. So coffee it was.
The line wasn't bad?
No, it was the best line I've seen for like earlier in the morning at Starbucks. So it's good. Got it. We're on to the Haunted Mansion.
Liberty Square seems like a great place to start on 4th of July. There are some fun photo pass opportunities this weekend for Independence Day, and we think there's one right here in Liberty Square. So before we go to Haunted Mansion, we're gonna give that a shot. We're just walking here in Liberty Square, listening to some great marches on 4th of July, but now the tone has changed a little bit. I hear this breeze and the vibe has changed all of a sudden. Oh, there's a big mansion.
Whoa, that definitely doesn't look like the Haunted Mansion. This looks more like a nursery straight out of London, not a library filled with priceless first editions of ghost stories. And yep, no creaky hallways to be found in this queue. Looks like we made a wrong turn and ended up at Peter Pan's flight. So, was the Haunted Mansion not operating this morning? Let's find out what happened.
What are your thoughts on this queue?
I like it. It's very cramped. It's
cramped.
It is cute though, since
yes.
they made it look like the house scene and everything. There's at least a lot to look at.
I guess compared to Disneyland, spacious, cute.
And what happened? Well, I thought we were in Liberty Square going to Haunted Mansion. How did we end up here?
Well, we still had like a half an hour, and Haunted Mansion was a walk-on, so we were like,
We only have like 10 minutes now.
it'll be fine if we're a couple minutes late. We're getting close, but we thought, well, why not try to squeeze in one more thing before we did Haunted Mansion? So
Because that's what the gardeners do, right?
yeah.
Gardeners are gonna do stuff.
One's arms into legs inside your handkerchief and do rock your children. See, then the opposites of the line. So
Come on, everybody, here we go! Off to Neverland!
May I have your attention? Please remain seated. This ride has stopped temporarily. and will resume motion at any time. Please remain seated for your own safety. Thank you.
Please do not lift up on your safety bar. It will lift automatically. Then exit to your right onto the
Thank you.
Okay, now it's time to pay a visit to the Haunted Mansion, because nothing screams Independence Day quite like 999 happy haunts, singing busts, and maybe picking up some hitchhiking ghosts. This is one of those attractions we never skip. We always enjoy taking in the queue, but oftentimes in the morning you can walk straight on to your doom buggy, which was the case for us today.
I don't know, I'm getting a little frightened, are you? They're gonna lower this thing for us? Oh, they did.
Any volunteers?
Please remain seated in your doom
wherever you dwell, give us a hint by ringing a bell.
Well, that's a pretty great start. As you heard, instead of going straight to Haunted Mansion, we went to Peter Pan. It was a 25-minute wait. Went a little bit longer, but you know, we still had no problem getting over to Haunted Mansion for the lightning lane. Zipped right through there. It was a 13-minute wait standby, as you know, then that means it's just a walk on. So it didn't really need the lightning lane there, but it was a great time as always. And with the lightning lanes, once you tapped in for the first time, you can start booking additional ones, which is great. So we grabbed a Space Mountain for that, which is one of our all-time favorites. I don't think we want to stay in the park too long today. One, it's hot. We want to get some pool time today. We want to be refreshed for Epcot later tonight, so we might just stop after that Space Mountain one. But now we're gonna do Pirates. The Rivers of America is closing tomorrow, or like in a couple days from now. So we might hit up the Rivers of America while we're over here too. So let's just see what happens. Awesome day at the Magic Kingdom. Here we are in the inside cabin of the Liberty Belle.
We've actually never sat in here the entire time. Like we've been on the Liberty Belle multiple times, and we've never once come in here and sat down.
Pretty comfortable. I mean, there's no breeze through here, so a little warm.
Yeah, but I mean, it's warm everywhere, so it's not really any worse than it is out on deck.
Very true. But yeah, it's comfortable bench, comfortable seating. So
We're just gonna sit for a couple minutes before it's time to take off.
yeah, so we're just hanging out in here before the Liberty Belle sets sail. It's going to set sail at 10 a.m. And we got here a little early, so we're just going to sit around hanging out before it takes its first cruise of the day on this Independence July 4th. And its last sail is going to be July 7th, so we're going to get one last time. You know, I thought when we rode this in November it was going to be our last time, but I lied. It's going to be today, July 4th. So, going to hang out on this bench for a little while before we take off here in a few minutes.
stand by. Engine room, reverse wheel. Bowman, cast off bow line. Sorry. Aye, aye, sir. Bow line away. Engine room, at 1/4. Sound blast bell. Sequence sound off. Should be a depth reading by the mark.
Did he say Missouri?
Oh, maybe.
Look at the cranes at Big Thunder.
Oh, great. There is that great.
Prospectors and any but mostly it's flush time. It's great to come and start.
They're gonna like add some more rockwork around it. They're destroying the natural habitat. Where are all of these beautiful little deer gonna live when the island is gone? Where?
Officially black deer I've never seen a zombie. But game out this way. I've seen moose and deer and plenty of other critters along the shoreline. Could be one with confidence.
Guess it's no longer going to be a deer crossing.
No, like more wildlife is gonna be displaced.
If I asked you on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most boring, what would you rate this right now?
Solid 8.
Captain, we're passing Pecos Corner. Attention deck crew. Stay alert. There's river pirates out here. This is where they'll most likely be. I can hear them from here. After all, the commotion sounds like the restless lie elsewhere. We're approaching Jamboree Square, which is home court for us. We'll be closing it up shortly, so those of you on the other two decks might be in line to collect all your parcels and head to the lower deck. Gentlemen, you will want to take them with me when we get out of here. On behalf of the captain, myself, and the crew, thanks for flying the waterways with me. I hope I see you next time around the river bend. Thanks, Sam, and thank you, everyone, for traveling the rivers of America with us today. Engine room. Cellier at 1/4 steam. And the bell line. Purser, check freight and cargo. All hands prepare to dock. All passengers, stand by and go ashore.
After a slow and relaxing final sail along the rivers of America, we made our way over to Grizzly Hall to check out the updated Country Bear Jamboree. This has always been one of our favorite Magic Kingdom shows, but with the recent changes and updated songs, we've been a little skeptical and had put off seeing it until now. The show was just about to start. It was already getting pretty hot out, and with some time before our Pirates Lightning Lane, it felt like the moment was right to finally check in and see what had changed with our favorite bears.
And you can take all the photos and video you'd like. Just please, no flash photography or video lighting. We've already got Rufus on Spotlight.
Do we? Psst, Rufus, wake up! Oh,
Over here.
Sorry.
Okay, everybody, now we're ready to start. Give us a little intro there, Gomer. Howdy, folks. Welcome to the one and only original country band musical Jamboree, featuring a wild and woolly assortment of grizzled old grizzlies singing a little country, a little western, and a whole lot of everything in between. So get those paws tapping and those claws clapping for five bears who need no introduction, but I'll give one anyway. Let's hear it for the Five Bear Rocks! Hit it, boys! It's our country bear musical Jamboree. And now, sweeter than a hive full of honey, it's our very own Trixie and the talented trio, Bunny, Bubbles, and Beulah. Or is it Beulah, Bunny, and Bubbles? Well, any way you count it, they're triple the fun.
Get up, go on, give in, till I reach the end, and then I start again. Oh, 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 oh.
And you don't know why, but you're dying to try. You wanna kiss a girl. Ain't that sad? You seem too bad you're a
Oh, well, Romeo, there's plenty of fish in the sea.
Fish? You're making me hungry. Not me, I'm stuffed. Yeah,
He's on fire today.
he's really burning through a fuel budget.
A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. Y'all swing by and see me sometime.
I would, but I'm scared of heights. And I'm scared of swings. It's true.
Okay, well, that's enough. Well, folks, this concludes our show. As you can see, we're still barely keeping it together. Now gather up all your band necessities and exit out the doors on your right.
Today was the first time we did that newly refurbished and rethemed Country Bear Jamboree. What were your thoughts on that?
I don't like it. No, I mean, it was okay, but I'm a big fan of the classic Country Bear Jamboree, and I just didn't feel like it was necessary. What did you think,
I'd say out of our family, I'm probably the one who enjoyed it the most. And by that, I mean, I didn't completely hate it. It was just unnecessary. I like that the bears got a little bit spruced up. I think everything definitely looked a little more fresh, which I liked. I feel like it could have definitely used that. But I feel like they didn't have to completely change it. Another plus is that Buff, Melvin, and I can't remember the third guy's name, but the animals, the heads on the walls, they get to participate a lot more. You get to see them a lot more. So I appreciate that. I appreciate some representation from the wall. But other than that, I'm just kind of like, you didn't have to change all that. The first, not really first, but like the second song they did with the girls and Trixie, I almost left that theater. It was really bad, but what can you do?
Yeah, I guess I don't understand why they feel the need to put like movie songs in every attraction lately. Like, that was what was so great about Country Bear Jamboree, is that it was an original score and the original songs, and so it was something fun and unique to the parks. I just don't really get why they feel the need to change everything over to movie theming. I get it that the little kids like it and maybe it draws and appeals to that crowd more, but I don't know. It's too bad.
Wants to be elusive.
I'm sure we'll still go to it every now and then. It's still a good place to sit for some air conditioning. The bears are still cute, but it's not really as fun or funny anymore.
We're here at Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes, we are.
Are you going to see any pirates in the Bahamas on the Magic?
Hopefully not, but you know, at Nassau they tend to have a couple pirate ships, so I might. And I heard the Bahamas, there'd be pirate waters.
What about your boy Mike? Will he be dressed up as a pirate, you say?
I mean, he's been known to in the past, but I heard that Hollow might fall on Pirate Night. But I'd be mighty disappointed if I didn't get to see a Pirate Mike.
Cannons to the left of them. Cannons to the right of them. Thunder.
The gentlemen want the rum, don't you, boys?
To see the look on Captain Jack Sparrow's face, when he hears tell 'tis only me what's got the goods. Keep still, I'm studying me map.
They toast the past in its many shiny rewards. As a career, what can we want more? Drink up, we have a show home. My humble selves.
After getting back on land from our Caribbean adventure, it was just about 11 o'clock, and skipping breakfast was starting to catch up with us. We do have a dinner reservation later tonight at Cellier over in Epcot, so eating now might be a good idea. That brought us to Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn, tucked back here in Frontierland. This spot has been feeding hungry park guests for decades, originally themed around the legendary Pecos Bill himself. And while the menu has evolved over the years into more of a Tex-Mex style, it's still a familiar favorite for us. The old Fixings Bar may be gone, but the location and atmosphere still make it a solid stop. We timed this just right too. As the doors opened, cast members rang cowbells and gave us quite the welcoming. Not a bad way to start refueling on this hot July day.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. The Stampede of Pecos Bill.
One of the trickiest parts about dining at Pecos Bill is actually finding a place to sit. There are multiple dining rooms on the main floor, upstairs, and even some outdoor seating. But during busy times, this place can fill up fast. Today, getting here right at opening made it easy to grab a table. If you're not an early bird, your options are pretty simple. Come late, pack a little patience, or do what Emily sometimes does at Michigan and make some new friends by asking to join another table.
We're at Pecos Bill, kind of hungry because we had that early start, so they opened at 11, and we had the mobile order right while we were in Pirates there, had the 11:05 pickup time, so the doors open and bam, we're right here saying we were here. Had to wait a little bit. Kind of interesting. You would think they had some food items prepared, but that's fine. We didn't have to wait too long, honestly. I went with a chicken Caesar salad, kind of like I did yesterday for lunch, and it's really good. It's got like some pico de gallo, like the creamy Caesar dressing kind of has a little kick to it. I'm really enjoying it so far, really fresh. Liz has this chicken tamale, which looks awesome. I remember when we were here for what party were we here for? It was the Christmas party. They had this specialty tamale that the three of us really liked. I'll have to get her opinion on it if it's very similar to that or not. Emily has this like really nice looking beef type of nacho, just all sorts of good stuff here at Pecos Bill. Just early lunch because we needed it. We were up early and we've done a lot today, so we're gonna enjoy this. We got a couple more lightning lanes we're gonna do, and then we're probably gonna head out here and just enjoy some resort time, just some relaxation at the Boardwalk. But we still have really two awesome things to do. We have Tiana's Bayou Adventure and Space Mountain to do after this incredible lunch at Pecos Bill. Just at Pecos Bill, and just kind of make an observation today. I'm seeing a lot of red, white, and blue American flag shirts. Lots of Old Navy American flag shirts today on this Independence Day. So the air conditioning was great at Pecos Bill. We just sat down, relaxed a little bit, recharged the Pocket 3 here, walked outside, and yeah, it's still warm. Definitely warm out here. We're gonna make our way to Tomorrowland now to ride Space Mountain. So last time we were in this situation from an older episode, I'll link it right now. We're walking over the Space Mountain after eating somewhere around here, or we were doing something, and it was closed. Did I just jinx it? We'll find out.
So Scott was kind of joking as we were walking about how many people he's seen in 4th of July red, white, and blue colors, which obviously like tons of that going on today. But what I've been surprised is how many people I've seen that have I'm celebrating buttons for the 4th of July. So like I'm celebrating July 4th or I'm celebrating USA. Lots of people with celebration buttons today too.
Interesting. Now that's the kind of lightning lane I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's posted at a 60-minute wait, and it is literally backed up all the way to the entrance. And we just walked right up here and got into the Omega line.
Nothing like slamming some Pecos Belle for lunch, walking over to Tomorrowland and riding Space Mountain, huh?
Yeah, especially in this heat. I'm not sure how I'm really feeling about it.
We'll report back here shortly.
Oh my gosh, so we just got off what I would say one of the scariest Space Mountain rides ever, for me personally, not for anyone else, it was just for me. Because, mind you, I am a Space Mountain veteran, I have done this so many times, I know both of the tracks, like, there's not much that can surprise me. But after we're going down the first, like, drop, kind of like you made it all the way to the top, you're gonna start to go down. I look down, and at my feet, there is a light. And what is that light? A phone. There is a phone at the bottom of the floor of my rocket, and I'm freaking out because I'm like, I don't want it flying out, I don't want it flying at me. So like I rush to use my feet to like pin it in place. But this whole ride, I'm like praying it stays in place. I'm like terrified. And so finally when we get off, I'm like, man, I survived that, thank goodness. But like I hand the phone to the cast member, but scary experience, but hopefully that person gets their phone and are thankful for me.
Thank you for listening to WNO New Orleans. That was the Blue Sky Social Club ending at nothing.
Thank you.
If y'all know Lewis, you know he doesn't need to be human. That gator is one exactly as he is. Looks like our next band is just about finished setting up without any further ado. Here's Devin.
Dentro del veicolo, cuida de nuestros pequeños y venga la diversión.
Apparently, you may get wet.
Not nearly as wet as Disneyland.
As you can see, the standby line for Tiana's Bayou adventure was quite long today, and with how hot it was, we were thankful to purchase Lightning Lane for this one. It definitely saved us a lot of time and baking in the sun. After our trip down the bayou, we spent a little time browsing through the shop and then decided to hop on the Walt Disney World Railroad to take us back toward the front of the park as we started making our way out of Magic Kingdom.
That Lightning Lane, I won't say it was necessary, but
It was well worth it. It was a long line.
I mean, it said 60 minutes. I believe it was every second of that 60 minutes.
It was packed outside too, so it was hot out there to be waiting.
But it was great. It cooled us off a little bit, and we took a fun little photo pass back there.
Yeah, that was kind of cute. He was just kind of back there by himself, hanging out.
You held the tambourine,
Yeah, it looked kind of fun.
and we were thinking like, oh, you said earlier, like it'd be nice to take the train back. And the timing all day has been really good. From the rental car drop off to getting the monorail, the Grand Floridian, to the Starbucks line. And then boom, we walked up the stairs and the train was right here. So we're just hitting all cylinders today, and now we're gonna wrap up our day here at Magic Kingdom. And did I just jinx the bus? That was the one thing I just that we haven't done yet.
Why did you just say that?
I don't know.
Wish us luck, everybody.
We'll see how long the bus time is. Put in the comments right now. How long would the bus ride wait to be?
Everybody stay seated and keep your hands and arms, feet and legs safely inside the train. And as always, keep an eye on your little ones. Been working on that railroad all the livelong day, though. So bet they'll be full steam ahead in no time. Hopefully with some new bells and whistles. Told you it's enchanted, and not just the forest. From the tips of castle spires to the sands under the sea, magic and happily ever afters await around every corner in Fantasyland. Friends, travelers, children of all ages, we're coming down the track and headed straight for the stupendous, the sensational, the spectacularific Fantasyland Storybook Circus. If you're staying aboard, our next stop is Main Street Station.
As we approach the station, remain seated with all hands, arms, feet, and legs completely inside those green bars till the train comes to a full and complete stop. I'll then give you the 2 magical words, all clear, when it's safe for you to exit.
Well, my jinxing finally paid off. The weather, as we were kind of talking about earlier, is getting kind of shaky. So the train stopped at Fantasyland Station and stopped from there due to the weather. So safety concerns. So we all got off there. So now we had to not get dropped off at Main Street. So we're just walking, making our way out of the park and trying to hoof it so that we can beat the rainstorm that is brewing. And one thing we always say in the Gardner family, when it starts to feel good in the summer, in the middle of the day, like, oh my God, that breeze is nice. Well, the breeze from Starbucks feels nice because it's air conditioning. But when it starts to feel good, something's wrong. That means rain is on the way and it's starting to feel kind of good. I can feel the breeze right now. So we are rushing our way out of here, but we might take a chance. We might go for a caramel apple at the confectionery. Did we get it?
Yep, we got it.
As you can see, the weather was definitely taking a turn, and a lot of guests were making that familiar mad dash out of the Magic Kingdom, trying to beat the rain. This was actually our first bus ride of the trip. And no, even with how often we visit, we don't have the bus numbers memorized. So we had to stop and double check which one was headed back to the boardwalk before making our way to the stop. This is always one of those slightly stressful moments. Is our bus already here? Is it about to pull away? Are we going to get soaked by the rain? But seeing some people already waiting for our bus was a good sign that a bus should be arriving soon. And at this point we were dry. And we had a caramel apple. So I'd call this a pretty successful park exit.
Hey, Lizzie. Cooling off time, right?
Yeah, it feels a little bit cooler today, but it feels really nice. It's good to get off your feet a little bit, get in the water for a little afternoon break.
Speaking of water, we just missed that rainstorm.
Yeah, we got pretty lucky. So I felt like you jinxed it a little bit about the bus because, it was a little bit crowded. There were a lot of people in line, but we were under the covering for the bus. We got on, and then it started just downpouring on the whole ride back. And then right when we got here, the bus pulled up, and the whole walkway, if you haven't stayed at the boardwalk before, from the buses to the resort main lobby is all covered. So it was really nice because it was pouring and storming, and we were able to just kind of stay dry, make our way into the resort, and hung out for a little bit while we waited for the storm to pass.
Now, maybe the part of the jinx was that there was some air conditioning leaking going on the bus.
I would say the jinx was because Scott's like, oh, I love an afternoon bus ride because, the whole bus to yourself. We did not have the bus to ourselves. It was very crowded. There was some rambunctious kids, which happens midday. Everyone's been at the Magic Kingdom all day. And for some reason, I don't know if it was the air conditioning leaking or what was going on in the bus, but all of the seats were wet in the back of the bus, and there was random dripping coming from the ceiling. So I've never seen that before, but it was kind of weird. But at least it was cool, and we were able to sit down and get our ride back. So it worked out.
Definitely worked out. And now, we're just chilling in the pool. I want to show you guys something though. I love this quiet pool. And today's 4th of July, as you know. I'm gonna go to the deepest part of the pool here. Kind of risky with my camera here, but you see this tile? We got the red, white, and blue tile themed to Independence Day. So of course we had to be in this pool, right, Liz? Sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. That's why I booked the boardwalk, right?
That's fine.
Yeah, I booked
for the themed pool.
For the themed pool. Yeah. Look at this though. I mean, this part, you can see me now. Like this is definitely getting to like the deepest part of the pool.
The 5 feet deep.
Yeah, the 5 feet deep. Yeah.
So, and where's Emily? Emily is in the room.
Oh my gosh,
just
yeah.
relaxing. She was like, I don't think I want to go down to the pool. I'm too tired. So she's just kind of resting.
The room
for a
got
little bit.
cold.
It's very cold in our room. I was like freezing in there. That's part of what made me want to come out here. Is I was like, I'm cold. Let's go back outside and go in the pool. Because this is like a good compromise where you're warmer than the room, but you're still not hot like we were at the park.
For sure.
So.
We came in here yesterday and you had a great line. You were like,
There's no chill. Like
no chill.
You walk right in. It did not like even register as like a temperature difference.
But maybe the rain helped today because there was a little chill today.
Yeah, it definitely feels a little bit cooler today. So I don't know. They pumped some fresh water in or the rain helped, but
we did see Emily. She waved at us. Our room
did.
is like right out here, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, and we have this like quiet pool view, and actually it's nice because it's a really quick walk from our room to the pool.
So great, so great. So yeah, we're gonna hang out here for a little bit and then make our way to Epcot. We have a Guardians of the Galaxy. We're gonna Guardians of the Galaxy. I think we're gonna get my favorite song. Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Any guesses for you?
I don't know. Maybe it'll be September.
That's your favorite,
It's
isn't
my
it?
favorite, I think. I like Everybody Wants to Rule the World too. It'll actually probably be Inferno because it's so hot.
That's it. Yeah, you're spot on. It's gonna be Disco Inferno. Yeah, put a comment. We like interacting with you. Put a comment in. What song are we gonna get?
What's your favorite?
Or what is your favorite? Everybody Wants to Rule the World. That's your favorite, right? All right, we're gonna get back to the pool. But yeah, I did book the Boardwalk because of this pool. Red, white, and blue.
Oh, he's like on the chair now.
Look who's on my chair. I went to go lay down and look who's on my chair. Hello, friend. Are you part of the BR Guys Podcast Running Lizards group? Oh.
He's running.
He's on the loose. Hello, friend. He does not want me to sit here.
Maybe he does. Maybe he wants to sit with you.
Oh, he wants to sit with me?
See what happens if you sit down.
Well, you can tell that rain earlier did some flooding out here.
Not as bad as it was, really.
I know, it's actually gotten better, but we took a different pathway because of it. Well, we were just saying, should we walk or take the boat to Epcot? Because walking is so easy from Boardwalk, but look at this, a boat just showed up. Just the ride, so let's take the boat. Ah, every day at Epcot is a good day. We have about 3 hours till dinner, but I had a little appetite, right, Em?
I'm always hungry. I didn't really eat that much today.
Yeah, the Pecos Bill, like little snack, and that was at 11 a.m. So Emily had a great decision. Let's go to Connections.
Pizza.
Margarita pizza it is. All right, that was a great stop, but now it's time to save the galaxy. Oh, look at that ship. Woohoo! It is cold.
Swirling clouds. Gravity pulled them into larger, denser clusters.
So we were here at Epcot today, and as we were walking by the Creation Shop, we noticed a sign that said pass holder distribution this way, and we were like, oh, must be handing out pass holder magnets. It's been a while since we've had annual passes, well, almost a year, which is a long time for us because we've gone a really long time as pass holders. So we stopped in and thought we'd see what it was all about. Maleficent. It's kind of a different one. I don't think I've ever seen them do a villain's magnet before for the pass holders.
No, I don't think so, yeah.
Yeah, we have lots of different ones at home, so another one for the collection.
Our door is just filled with them.
Yeah, our back door is covered in different Disney magnets, pass holder ones, Disney Cruise Line, DVC, so tons of Disney magnets on our back door. One more for the collection.
One more for the collection and one more trip saving the galaxy for the collection. And it was awesome as usual. And you know, everyone always says like, well, what song did you get? Our song today was, do you remember? Do you remember what song it was, Emily? It's September. Do you remember? Yeah, I was trying to be funny there. But yeah, we got September, we saved the galaxy, and Liz got to sit solo. We didn't have a fourth person sit with us, so that was pretty awesome. Just great time. I think we're gonna try Soarin'. We have a lightning lane for Soarin'. Even though I just saw on the app it's a 10-minute wait, but there's no such thing as a 10-minute wait for Soarin' because it takes like 20 minutes to load for that attraction. Gonna head over to there and the land, and then start making our way to Canada for dinner. Excited for some Le Cellier here on 4th of July. 4th of July, dinner in Canada.
As we made our way into the land pavilion, we used our final lightning lane of the day on Soarin'. And while Scott may have been kidding that there's no such thing as a true 10-minute wait for this ride, he's not totally wrong. With how this attraction loads, even a posted 10 minutes usually turns into closer to 20 by the time you're actually buckled into your hang glider. A fun surprise happened as we finished our flight. We realized that our friends, the Bankheads, who we'll actually be cruising with in just a couple of days, were seated right next to us. Total coincidence. Or did the cast members know exactly what they were doing?
Hey Lizzie,
Hey,
looks like you're cleared for takeoff.
Oh, am I? Yeah, that's exciting.
And of course, these little beauties. Next, fasten your seatbelts, inserting them into the buckle on your right. If smaller aviators don't measure up to the height indicator on the seat, just put the belt through the loop in the center strap before buckling.
Didn't Mike say that once and then regret it?
Nice work, Belle.
We had been looking forward all day to dinner at Le Cellier in the Canada Pavilion, followed by 4th of July fireworks. So after Soarin', it was time for our reservation. Or so we thought. As we walked up, we noticed a crowd gathered outside and quickly realized that something wasn't quite right. No one was being let inside. We'll explain what happened a little later, but for now, it was clear that we needed a new dinner plan, and fast, on one of the busiest Epcot nights of the year. Wish us luck.
Le Cellier can't help that they're having issues, but you know what? Hooking it up with the free maple popcorn, not bad. We're gonna have to talk about this later, but change of plans. This is not Canada. This is America. This is not Le Cellier. This is Regal Eagle Counter Service Barbecue, and it is a madhouse in here. There's thousands of people. This is not what we planned for. We'll talk about it later. All right, it's before 8 p.m. and we're seated at Regal Eagle Smokehouse. Should be at Le Cellier right now, but we'll still tell you how this happened. But we're gonna enjoy this fine American barbecue. And yeah, shout out to Emily though. My girl Emily was scoping out the tables. She was great. She was elite. Met a great listener to Be Our Guest podcast, Kevin from South Carolina. He's actually 2 tables down from me. Quite the gentleman. He's awesome. We're going to sit down and enjoy this fine 4th of July. So you kind of saw us at the American Pavilion having dinner. We're all day. I talked about how excited I was to eat at Le Cellier in Canada for dinner. So I'm going to talk to Liz, ask her about that. What the heck happened tonight and why did we not eat at Le Cellier?
So we were having a great day at Epcot. Like, we went back to the resort and we had gone swimming and taken a little break and headed over here. We had a couple of lightning lanes here at Epcot and that went great. We had a little snack. We did Guardians of the Galaxy. We went in Soarin'. We saw our friends and ran into them there. It's all going swimmingly. And then we decided, oh look, it's about a half an hour until our dining reservation. Let's walk over to Le Cellier. So we make our way over there, and we were debating going to watch the show Canada Far and Wide while we waited for about 20 minutes for our dining reservation, when Scott noticed that there was a pretty large group of cast members standing outside the door of the restaurant. And they all had like iPads and things like that, and so we were like, that's a little unusual. Maybe we should go over and see if we should check in with them or what's going on. So we walk over and we hear them telling people that the restaurant is actually having some sort of technical difficulty and is closed. So they had to close the restaurant for the evening, and they weren't able to notify anyone with reservations or anything like that. So we had no way of knowing beforehand. So it was about 6:45, I would say, at that point. We had a 6:55 reservation, and it's a holiday and we had planned to have this nice dinner, and now we're scrambling to figure out what to do. So they had some guest experience cast members there who were trying to help find last minute reservations for people, but they were having no luck whatsoever because surprise, surprise, it is a holiday weekend here at Walt Disney World Resort. The only restaurants that were available were things that were at like 8:30, 8:45, which would have been right during the fireworks, which is obviously part of what we were here for tonight. So that wouldn't work. So we had to make a plan B, plan C, quick game time decision, and we ended up at the Regal Eagle.
How was it though?
The Regal Eagle?
Yeah.
So it was a little bit stressful because when we got there, it looked like it was about to start storming, and so everyone had crowded in. It didn't take us too long to get to order our food. We had to wait a little while for the food. The biggest challenge was finding a table. So the restaurant was very full, and there were a lot of people that had tables kind of reserved while they were waiting for people to order food or get their mobile orders. And so it took a little bit of walking around with trays until we were able to locate a spot, but there was a nice family getting up, and I was able to snag the table as they were clearing their things away. And so then once we sat down, then it was great. We had it was a nice enough dinner. The food was pretty good. You know, it's kind of like what you expect on 4th of July anyway. We had some barbecue, some banana pudding. Scott had a Belle's beer from Michigan. So, I mean, I think all in all, the meal was fine. It was a counter service meal. It was not the atmosphere or like fine dining experience we were looking forward to, but it got the job done, and it was probably the price of one of our meals at Cellier. So I guess maybe we won.
Special holiday salute during our nighttime spectacular, Luminous, the Symphony of Us. Excellent viewing can be found all around World Showcase. Be sure to enjoy this spectacular holiday salute, beginning in just 30 minutes. Bienvenidos.
It's smoky.
It was very smoky.
Oh,
okay, 4th of July.
It's time! It's time!
So smoky.
Good evening and happy 4th of July.
Today we celebrate generations of people from all walks of life who have woven their stories together to form this tapestry that is the United States of America.
Join us now in a salute to the enduring spirit of the American people who stand together and become the heartbeat of freedom. Lift every voice and sing.
Till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty.
self-evident that all men are created equal.
It's just straight smoke.
See, so it doesn't matter if you can see the mountains or not.
Yep, we just blew a bunch of stuff up at Epcot. That's how we do it.
Nothing more American.
Nothing more American than that. 4th of July at Epcot, baby.
That was awesome.
And a lot of smoke.
That was a lot of smoke. Actually, where did we go?
Actually, all the smoke's gone. The smoke's all gone.
It was a miracle.
Look at that. I can see the lagoon.
The water's back.
Well, that was a great ground shaking show. And the vibe is electric right now. Everyone is pumped. They just played some old school Epcot music too. And what are they playing? Gershwin, Emily?
Yes. Like Rhapsody in Blue. I can't say his name.
Rhapsody in Blue. That was marching band music for Emily to her junior year, which is so random. But it's just a beautiful night. Spaceship Earth is all lit up, red, white, and blue. The barges are red, white, and blue. We just watched the Magic Kingdom firework tribute again from the lagoon. Just 4th of July at Epcot is so great. And what's even better is when you stay at Epcot Area Resort, we don't have to worry about the buses. We're just taking the slow stroll back to the boardwalk. Just an awesome night. We'll wrap it up when we get back to the resort, but man, I mean, even with that fluky thing with Cellier, yeah, that stunk, but you know what? We're not gonna let that get us down. Yes, we were frustrated for a minute, but you know what? The Gardeners, we always bounce back, and we always bring the fun, and we always make it a good time. So this is the line for the Disney Skyliner. A little busy.
The Skyline. No, I mean, it goes way back there.
Oh my gosh, it does go way.
Yeah, way back there. And see, this is what I mean. Like, we are planners when it comes to these trips. Like, that's why I was so bothered by the meal a little bit when it happened, because we really think about where we're gonna be on a holiday, like big event. We think about all of the logistics. That's why we're staying at the boardwalk right now, because we know we can just walk back and not have to be in this line for the Skyliner or for a bus, because we've been there, we've done it. And so to be without a dining reservation on a night like tonight was totally not up our alley. But we did it. We made it work.
We did. Yeah, and like what Liz is saying, it's still back here.
And it doubles back over there.
It doubles back to backstage, but this is where it's gonna start.
It's basically at the beach club.
Yeah. So these people are gonna wait a while. As those people get in line, we're gonna cut left to the Boardwalk. So I lied a little bit. I'm back. It's actually down past the beach club. Holy smokes.
I think that line might legitimately be to the yacht club, not the beach club. I think that they're at the water slide line right now.
Yeah, I'm turning my head back there.
Oh my gosh.
It's to the flying gym. Yeah. It's past the slide. It might be at Martha's Vineyard right now where that line starts.
Hopefully they'll help some drinks out, or maybe ice cream from beaches. Like, give people some samples like the popcorn.
Honestly, if I was taking the Skyliner back, that's what I would be doing. I'd be going to the beaches walk-up window right now, getting some ice cream and just hanging out.
Honestly, I think if I was on a Skyliner resort right now, I'd be walking to the beach club and getting an Uber.
It'd probably be like $120, but who knows? All right, so it is a 4th of July Friday night, which I think also brings out the locals. Let's take a look at the boardwalk, shall we? This is the ice cream line. It's the line for the ice cream. This is the line for the ice cream. Ice cream line goes past the Boardwalk Deli at the moment. So the margarita shop has got a pretty good line. Pizza window. Baby, we're living it up, baby. It's Friday night. It's Independence Day, baby. So while the Boardwalk is electric and I love that excitement, we've just been on Epcot, where it's just been shoulder to shoulder people all night. And this pool is just so inviting. There's no one in here. There's a couple people having a good time in the hot tub. So we're just going to end the evening here till 11 o'clock, because that's when the pool closes, and just soak up some awesome pool time with Emily. So thanks for watching and liking, subscribing. I hope you enjoyed this episode today from the Magic Kingdom, the car rental return, all the fun stuff there, from doing some lightning lanes, Tiana's Bayou adventure, to chilling here, to all the great excitement, the 4th of July activities at Epcot. It was just an awesome 4th of July celebration here at Walt Disney World. And guess what? We get to do it all again tomorrow. Oh, shout out to Kevin again from South Carolina. He's a big Must See Adventures fan. Earlier I said that he's a listener to the Be Our Guest podcast. That's where he, originally heard me, listening there. So shout out to Mike, by the way, my boy. I'm going to see him tomorrow. He flies down to Florida. But he also said, yo, I love watching your Royal Caribbean series, your Hawaii videos. So shout out to Kevin again. His family was awesome. Anyway, we're just hanging out here. And again, splendid day, 4th of July. Walt Disney World. We'll see you next time. We'll see you tomorrow at Disney's Animal Kingdom here on Must See Adventures.